guys remember when the Kings were the first team to be defeated in regulation and how long it took for that to happen? God, that felt good, didn't it? Yeah, in their last 7 games, they're 1-6-0. So, whatever the hell was happening in the first half of the season, that first regulation loss seemed to kind of set them off a little bit. They had won maybe 2 games in the middle there where they're like, no, it's cool. We're back. We're still on top. It's fine. And then this. It pains me. It physically pains me. Like, I can lift 410 pounds with my legs. I walk 90% of my waking life in high heels. I got 2 tattoos today, and yet none of these things pain me in the way that the LA Kings do. Because I know they can be so good this season. Yeah, maybe Quick stole a couple of games, and maybe there was a little bit of luck in there. But honestly, what I saw from the Kings in the first month of play was so positive. Their attitudes were completely different. Everything was gelling, everything was working, and when they went down, it didn't matter because you knew they were gonna come back. Their stats of coming back after letting in the first goal, after being down in the first period, after being down in the second period, were incredible. We had the best goal differential in the third period. It was insane, and now it's like we had an allotted amount of goals for the season, and we used them all up, and now we're done. In those 6 losses, 3 of them, the Kings only managed to score 1 goal. I understand we have Jonathan Quick, who did some Jedi-like things this evening, but you cannot rely on a goalie every night to be perfect in order to be able to win a game. And tonight was no exception. Jonathan was phenomenal, particularly compared to the Vegas game, which we're just not even going to talk about. That was, some missteps were made, and it happens, and I would still take Jonathan Quick as a goaltender for his, 75 good nights and 1 or 2 off nights this season is cool. I'll take the 1 or 2 off nights and stick with the Jedi Master that we have. So he got his off night. Tonight he was pretty on point. Just the rest of the team just could not seem to pull it together. Even Doughty was having an off night. Don't really know what was happening there. They were like already in their heads. It's Thanksgiving. Hey, maybe give your fans something to be thankful for. I'm thankful that there's a calendar of the Kings and their puppies, because that's really cute, and we'll show you that at the end just to give you something happy. So, first period, it's fine. Things are pretty even. Kings aren't really playing badly. They're not playing incredibly well, but they're, pretty even chances at either end. The Brown, Iafolo, Kopi line is looking just phenomenal, as always, and loving the little things that Iafolo is picking up on the ice. It's beautiful to see how he rises to being a top-line guy, and that was fast for him. And to be able to play with guys like Kopi and Brown just makes things happen at the front of the net. Again, you've heard me say it. I just love seeing his resurgence. That line was just fantastic. The Toffoli, Pearson, Kempe line was great. Their top 2 lines are solid. Even Shore was doing some nice stuff. I'm like, oh God, Lewis is rubbing off on him. Yay! Yeah, it just was not their night though. So we're kind of going into we're winding down the end of the first period, and we're like, okay, things are pretty good. We're getting some good hits. Quick's been pretty solid. We make it out of this period, still tied 0-0, and we'll see what happens in the second. Oh, no, we don't get to do that, because with 8 seconds remaining in the first period, they score their goal. 8 seconds, guys. Couldn't have held on for 8 more seconds, and they should have, because with 30 seconds left, the play was down in their offensive end, and then they couldn't get it out of the defensive end if they tried. It was pathetic. And it was our assistant coach's, I believe, son, who of course made the goal. So, sure. That of course is going to happen. So slightly sad going into the second period, and then it just got dumb. Like, really stupid stuff happened. Kempe got hit and had to leave the ice holding his shoulder, and we're slightly concerned about that. He comes back. He seems to be fine. He's playing pretty well. Then he goes in the box, and you're like, okay, well, that's not good. We got a power play that we did absolutely nothing with, and then another stupid penalty sends us to the box, and it just... Quick made... Actually, there was a flurry of saves where Quick was literally, like, halfway on the floor on this side lunging, and then just, like, scuttles like I don't even know what he did. But he was this end to this end so fast in a position that I don't think most normal humans could be in to make the second save. So Quick was great. Quick was Jedi Quick again. And then they get a power play in the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Brown goes to the box, and sure enough, as Jave Joseph is announcing, your LA Kings are on the power play. This is the McFlurry Minute. I couldn't even get through the words McFlurry Minute. Your LA Kings are not on a power play. Clearly, it's been a long day, guys. We were on a PK, and the McFlurry Minute was happening in the middle of the PK, and he couldn't even get through the words McFlurry Minute when they scored. I'm pretty sure the whole audience doesn't get McFlurries if the other team scores a goal. So, yeah, down 2-0 going into the third. This is not the comeback Kings that we had known from October. November's been a very sad, dry month as far as Kings goals go. And in the second period, they barely even had chances. Like, when we had a power play, I'm like, oh, great. Does that mean we actually get offensive zone time now? No? Okay. Never mind. We had 3 power plays in a row. And the first one went really well. The first one, Toffoli does this. Jay Flats was next to our section, and he's yelling something about how the Kings are going to score a goal, and so I tweeted something about him, like, hey, Jay Flats and I, we're putting this out in the universe, and sure enough, as I hit send, Toffoli scores this goal. I'm like, okay, so Jay Flats and I clearly made that happen. We are magic. Sadly, we could not do it again. 2 power plays later, we're just sitting there like, oh, was that a power play? Oh, okay, we should really work on that. The Kings were trying the 4-forward approach again to their power plays, trying to switch it up a little bit, see if something happens. Not so sure a lot of that was effective. It was nothing really to write home about. Our PK wasn't even that good either. At one point, the Jets kind of mishandle the puck and it goes back in the zone, and the Kings have control over it, so assuming that they're going to clear and their shift's kind of over anyway, there's a shift change, and Drew kind of plays with it, but doesn't actually get it out, and then ends up shooting it straight into a Winnipeg Jets hands and not clearing, and so then we spent 30 more seconds in our defensive zone, which we shouldn't have done. It was a whole night of errors in which you kind of knew the whole time that they just didn't have that something, whether it was the energy or the chemistry or what. It was a backup goalie. This is the curse of the backup goalies that the Kings seem to have, where they just can't seem to get past them and make them look really, really good. We had over 40 shots on goal by the time the game was over. There's no reason that we should have only gotten 1 goal off of that amount of shots. And the quality of some of them was really good. There were a lot of very close shot. They needed to elevate it a little more. A lot in the first period kind of went to a sweet spot down low, and you could tell he was going to stop them. But the shots were just not getting by. And it was very deflating when we pulled quick and just couldn't get the job done. Kopi got a penalty, which probably saved an empty net goal, but with 29.6 seconds left on the clock, a man down, you're not really going to get that far. Even if you do pull Quickie again, it's just not really where you want to be. So, hopefully, over Thanksgiving, the Kings can kind of regroup, get some good times together, re-gel, and come back after the break up to the task of playing the Ducks, because I really don't like them. Their first game, actually, I believe, is Friday against Arizona, so, in theory, easy game. Yeah, I really don't like to say that. So Arizona and then the Ducks, that's going to be a fun weekend, guys. So I hope that you have a lot of things to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. I definitely have plenty. And this King's calendar is one of them. So we're going to leave you with that. Because how cute are these puppies?